Jason, Anthony, Ruby. There we go. Trying to see if the same text I'm seeing here is showing up in YouTube. Yeah, I'm not used to the sound of my own voice. One tough decal won't come off the backing. What are you guys working on tonight? Anything? You worked on the layout all day. What'd you get done, Jason? Send me a pic real quick. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to see it because I'm streaming from my phone. I don't have a webcam that works yet, so I tried this to get some dual cameras. I need Anthony to show me how to hook up 22 different cameras. That one just doesn't want to move. The rest of this looks pretty good. Level. Back. Yeah, he's just been trying to help me, but he's so busy with his new apartment there, and I've been so busy at work. We haven't hooked up yet. That's pretty good. What do you guys use for decal solutions. You know, I like the microsol microset. Hello, Nissy. Hola, I should say. Watching me make up a boxcar to send out to somebody. Since my railroad doesn't have boxcars. I paint up Splitrock cars and I send them out to friends because I don't think anybody wants one ore car. What I do, I don't know if you can see this, is when I paint up a car, I put it in a frame and it goes around the balance of my layout so everybody gets a different number and the car fits their era, whatever they're modeling, 40s, 50s, 90s. I custom printed all these decals. I probably wouldn't do the same way again. I'd probably go to uh, Bill Brillinger of it, Precision Design. Thank you, Missy. Freak, you can use an open hopper, one car for coal. Eric, one ore car for you, yes, but wrong scale. I haven't made an N scale car for anyone yet. That would be fun. I'd have to make up all kinds of new decals. I got the other side done. I got to paint the roof silver with the overspray. Do some end decals. Eric, you causing any trouble over on the forums again? Yeah, I free guy started with N scale cars on a front, and that drove me nuts. I think I like O scale. Or if I modeled a layout that actually exists. Eric, not in the last hour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, now I know that I can go through my phone. Next time I'll hook it up to my gimbal and we can do a layout tour and do some ops. And yeah, can show you the Splitrock, the condition it's in. We can run some ore trains. Oh, STS, Sidetrack Sunday. Okay, I'm still learning that. Who all hosts Sidetrack Sundays? It's Ray, Keith, Jason, you have one, right? See if I can save this one decal. Oh, that's right, John does. He was just on, and Rick. Yeah, there are some people I found that I was not subscribed to, and I had to do that. I think Roy, Container Man, and a couple others. I'm like, oh, I thought I already subscribed to. Let that sit. A Union Pacific conductor. 80. Is that the Ashley Drew in Northern? This is going to be a fun car to weather. Yeah, that does sound neat. Hopefully, I'll be home to watch. I don't have to. I can ask them dumb questions that I ask my conductors. Missy, how's your layout going? I heard you said you were having issues with the wall. See if I can. This decal broke in half. I'll see if I can save it. Otherwise, I can just weather over it. Plaster cloth and sculptable. I've switched from sculptable to drywall putty and florist foam. I'm actually going to have a video out hopefully by the end of the month on that. His dad was the vice president. Okay, cool. And plaster Paris. I like plaster Paris for casting rocks because it's very fine. You get the molds, very accurate. Use some to get rid of the bubbles. And I've made some really, really nice rock castings out of, plaster Paris. Yeah, the drywall, it doesn't crack. The stuff I use, Red Devil, it comes in a little bucket. It's like cake frosting. It's really cool. And you can wet it and smooth it out and then come back. It's I like it. I like that. And then back to Eric. Yeah, Copper Basin Railroad and the Arizona and California. They had Arizona and California with similar paint schemes to that. Ashley Drew and Northern. Weren't they like green and white also? I like that California Northern. They didn't have Jeep 15s and some odd other stuff, SD9s, all SP hand me down crap. Layer 2. Red Devil is the brand. Yes, in the paint department too. It's just I don't know if they call it spackle. I'm gonna grab you the tub over there or something, but um, yeah. And what'd you say, Jay? Oh, the home paint department. Yeah, yeah. Plaster Paris shipping. I can't imagine what that would look like. Oh, wow. You live in the sticks, Miss Missy. Are you in the woods of Montana? Oh, Tampa Bay. Okay. I got some real good friends in Jacksonville in that NMRA division. Real good. Real good friends. All right, Jason, see you around. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me on a Friday, my exciting Friday night here. Tampa Bay. Now orange with two black stripes. Oh yeah, I think isn't that like somebody has their Black Rock Central in that type of yellow orange paint scheme? That says one company owns like 50 short lines across the United States. That's what I kind of thought. All right, let me go grab that Red Devil. Hang on a second. Okay, see if I can show this without destroying everything. Comes in a big tub. Looks like cake frosting. Use a spatula. And I use this green florist foam, the hard stuff, carve it, and then apply it. I think this was rocks I was making with the drill mark. And you can paint it instead of grass, stick in bushes, stick in trees. You don't want to get this stuff, this dry foam. This is the stuff that turns to dust. So I'm going to show in my video the two types of foam. And because a lot of people have said that florist foam just turns to dust. Well, that type does. The other one is hard. Is hard. You carve it with a knife, chisel, rasp. I like a rasp. I think I just like saying rasp. I don't know. Okay, so now is that word Genesee or Genesi? As in Nisi? Oops, move that one. All right, Eric, go have fun with Lisa. Good Friday night. Boxcar will use dull coat. Yes. Um, I use a VMS brand called my Vantage Modeling Supplies. It's a Polish company, but it's applied with an airbrush. So if you're not handy with an airbrush, I recommend just testers. Tamaya makes a wonderful dull coat. And if you want to see a great comparison on dull coats, my friend William Sampson, who's on my podcast, his YouTube channel is Sue the Milwaukee Road. Puts out wonderful videos. I recommend you subscribe. He's a visual artist. They're about 10, 15 minutes each. Wonderful to watch. And he did a comparison of 8 different dull coats and showing you. And I thought the Tamaya would win, but it didn't. He found just even a regular Krylon. So my tip, if you're going to spray out of a can, put a pan on the stove with water, heat it up, not to boiling, heat it up right before boiling, take it off heat, and put the can in there. Let it sit for at least 5 minutes and warm up all the dull coat inside it. It'll spray so much finer, you know. But if you warm up the can in water, don't warm it up in the microwave. That would not be good. Yeah, Sue the Milwaukee Road. He he has like episodes and shows, and he has like 3 or 4 things in each show. He has a quiz. He shows what he's doing. He shows what some other people are doing. He shows the prototype, and he always ends with this character he made out of a Snapchat thing called the curmudgeon. And like every model railroad curmudgeon you've ever seen, he embodies. But yeah, Sue the Milwaukee Road is very well. He's a graphic designer, and like I said, if you like podcasts, look up the Crossing Gate, and while you're at the workbench, put it on, take a listen to us talking model railroads. You want to join in sometime? You can. Oh, you know who that is? Okay, okay. Yeah, his videos are wonderful. He lives by me. We operate in the same group. John, hello. Car has a little tag board right here. I gotta paint that some wood color. I should talk to Michael McCarville and say, what do I paint? My boxcar has these two wooden panels. What do you suggest? He would, Anthony, three times the charm. We had Jason and Eric in here, but everybody leaves me. It's Friday night. Yeah, I put my 12 hours in on the railroad today and coming home, and my bride says, I'm wiped out. I just want to order pizza. And I said, order pizza. I don't want to cook tonight either. These cars are very nice. These Athearn cars. I picked this up at a train show for like $10. Grit blasted it. And decals are setting on there. Yeah, this will be fun to weather. Maybe I'll do that live and you guys can watch all my mistakes. No, no, don't look. I get out 50 different colors of oil paint. So, Nisi, you're modeling the Seaboard Airline or the merger with the Seaboard Coastline? I like the Seaboard. I've actually built a couple of their passenger. Yeah, the Seaboard. Okay, good. Well, then I know where my Seaboard passenger cars can go. I'm building one of their crazy single level dome cars they had. I forgot what they called them. Solarium lounges or something like this. But they had huge windows on the side and then windows on the roof, but it wasn't a dome car. How do I get decals for Splitrock Mining Company? Good question. So I created all these in word processing, Photoshop, and then I go down to my local. It used to be Kinko's, now it's FedEx, and I buy from the hobby shop blank decal film, and then I go to the printer and I run it through their $1 million laser printer, and I get all my logos and car weights, and I try and get as much on a sheet as I can. Like this has numbers and the logos, and this will have car data, information, all the things, all the logos that I'll need, and I'll copy and paste them and just do not open the door. When empty, return to agent. Oh, I got to put that on there. I don't think I did that on this. Oh, I did. Okay. So that's what I'm missing. So if you have a word processing program, you can do that. Or like I said before, I know a couple people that do custom decals really reasonable and they do it really well. Circus City is really good. Bill Brillinger is one of the best. Precision Design Company, pdc.ca. Check out his website. He will design your decals, get a proof deal with probably within 1 or 2 days. As soon as you approve them, they're shipped the next day. He used to do laser cutting. He's done a couple of custom cuts for me. He made the National Forest sign and my Smokey the Bear sign, Fire Danger. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, where it has like high, medium, low, red, green. I drew one up and had him laser cut a kit for HO steel. It's really cool. Well, that one's just destroyed. Seeing the real ones in national parks, yeah. And then the national park sign. So yeah, I thought that would be a good sign to plant my layout going through the forest, northern Minnesota. BC, do you want a split rock mining car for your layout? You probably have to make a two-axle wagon for Anthony's car. All mine is steamers. John's doing a ballast cars. What brand ballast cars? I've got two I gotta make. That'd be freaking out. Well, what era do you model, Nisi? In the 60s, 70s? When was the merger? Was the merger like 65? Bowser kits. Yeah, Bowser makes nice ballast cars, John. Okay. 16 ballast cars. That's that's excessive. I'm hoping to do two. I always see this little symbol on plug doors. That must be the universal symbol for a plug door. I don't know. But yeah, Nisi, let me know what era, year you're modeling, what year ish, and I can come up with something for you. I made gondolas. Mostly box cars. I got another gondola in the works. Diesel before 67. Ah, okay. That's what I model. I model 1969. So yeah, that'll fit. is, is, is John. Yes, the deal. Got a hint for you. You could have passed it. Are they kits or were they built at least? I know Bowser had those kits, and I'm like, I'm done with car kits. I'm done. No mas. Oh, 38. Okay, I'm doing good. I got to make a note of that, Macy. Okay, 12 were made. Okay. You must get this a lot. Every time I try and write Nisi, my phone says Missy. No. Alrighty. Lazy and spoiled. Okay. I think we all started out modeling cars, boats, and planes. I like boats. I did a lot of World War II ships in non-prototypical paint that a pre-teenager would paint a ship in blue and gold. So car models, I always had problems with. I like the military models. I like those a lot. Sometimes I'm jealous of the military modelers. They don't have to add decoders or sound or light. They just build it, weather, and put it on a stand and go have a cocktail. Ah, don't do that. Oh, look at that. Tore that sucker right up. Back you go. Oh, that's split. Okay, time for a new decal, folks. Good thing I got more. Off to the side. Where's my COTS labels? Starting to soften up now. I better be careful. Blew them up in bottles. Yeah, so I was never allowed to damage my toys. And when I finally sold my Hot Wheel collection, I got huge money because they were all in mint. You know, my parents weren't rich, so anything we had to keep. And all my Hot Wheels from '67 and '68 were pretty much mint, and I had two guys bidding crazy for them. If I didn't need the money at the time, I probably would have kept them. But yeah, we couldn't wreck anything. Yeah, Dodge car models. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where I grew up, it was always the Dodge boys had the dealership. I don't know, it was his three brothers or something. It's the Dodge boys. You know, I don't know. And then I learned from you about the Dodge brothers. Got a lot of crazy history amongst our little YouTube group. So here's my question to anyone still watching: Is what would you do to grow our community? What would you do to recruit more people to watch and enjoy all the live streams that are going on? It's just every now and then you see someone new, but you'd think with all the shows going on and the showstoppers, we'd have over 100 people on everybody's live stream. So I don't know if you have any ideas. I've always wondered that. I just would like to see the community grow. Yeah, okay, so the ads nationwide were always the Dodge Boys. Okay, I just thought that was where I grew up. Yeah, something to think about, Nisi. I wonder if that might be a subject of one of Heath's shows or something. How do you get more people to watch these incredible streams? And I don't know if people want to see trains run. Maybe that's it. I watch SMT, and he has over 200, 250 viewers. And I can. And you like Jennifer Kirk, of course, she's built a franchise. She has a lovely the Monday Run Day and these other things. So right. So yes, Ken, it makes an interesting chat. So Tom, the high tech classes tell you how detailed the cars are. What does that mean? And then yeah, I agree with you, Anthony. It's many levels. You start with the connection of trains, and but I think there's trains for everybody if you're doing G scale to three rail. down to Z, you can find something. But how do you attract more? Like Ken and I run that podcast, and it's hit about 350 downloads each. How do I get it to 500? That's true, Nisi. He gets him to run, and he's very attuned to his audience of younger modelers who just want to see an engine run. You know, run the GS4, run the cab forward, run the SD45. And it's a genius philosophy, and for him to get the viewership, you know. So live operations, Tom, and Nisi says live. My experience is if you don't have the throttle in your hand, operations are pretty boring. I don't know. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I agree with that, Anthony. That we see trains every day in America, but they're a nuisance because they're 13,000 foot freight trains, keep making you late. And outside the Northeast corridor, not many of us ride trains. It's starting to, California, Texas here a little bit. Minnesota, we're getting more light rail. But yeah, but where are all the Japanese modelers and live YouTubers? You know, I don't think there's a country on the planet. No apologies to Germany and France that the trains are ingratiated in their DNA. So, oh, good. That's good, Nissy. I'm glad you could help. So let's go back to this on the live ops because I have a layout that operates. You work, you do trains, things like that. What would you want to see in operations? Would you want to follow one train? If you had your, would you want to watch the yard switch? Would you want to watch the local go out and do work? What is interesting about operations to watch? You know, high speed rail. Nissy, is that between Tampa and Miami? I think I've read about that. So yard switching and building a train. Okay. And so would you want to see the yard and have the person explain what they're doing, like looking at a switch list? And here the local arrived from Big Gulch, and now we're gonna, or the main freight, and now we're gonna switch it in the yard to the tracks going out to the industries. Would something like that? Tom, what would you want to watch? You know, yeah. Well, Anthony, I can see how riding those German trains and how smooth would just be addicting. My my bucket list is a channel ride. I just think that's the neatest piece of industrial architecture and design in the world or something. Okay, the whole process. Okay, so as a new person saying, "Hey, welcome. Like if you came to operate the Splitrock, I would give you that. And this here you go. This is what you're going to do, and here's how you do it. Okay. Similar to NS model. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, because my layout is simple, but my friends have called it a play in three acts. Because you either work the yard, you work the main line, better not use that finger, or you work going to the mine. And when I have an ops session, I have three people over. They run those jobs. I supervise and eat donuts. And after 40 minutes or an hour, I make them switch jobs. So everybody gets to do everything. So, John, hello, welcome. Oh, you listen to the podcast. Thank you. Ken's on here. Yes, I'm trying to push the podcast on non-listeners. The Crossing Gate. I should have their artwork up here if I was prepared. But yes, Big Gulch. Yes, I trained from Big Gulch. I am working on sending you a picture. If I get some part of tomorrow off, I'm going to send you a picture for the new series, Anthony. I could be the cross-eyed engineering. Um, okay. Yeah, I think ops for beginners or new to it would be very good because I think it's one of the things that intimidate people is how do we play this game? And there's no winners or losers. It's just fun. And if it's not fun, then the layout owner needs to change something or change their attitude that they're angry about their mythical products going to mythical customers is not getting done. For joining a club, yeah, I've I've heard that, and which is the opposite of the three big clubs where I live. Anytime someone tries to add ops in, it falls on its face. People join the clubs because they're in a 90 by 80-foot building and they can run their trains around for miles and miles because they don't have a basement or they don't have anything like that. Because I actually was a member of one of the three clubs for a while, and I tried to drag them kicking and screaming into ops, and no one wanted any part of it. Which is sad because most of the club members had operating layouts at home, so I couldn't explain it. I guess when they went to the club, they just wanted to run their club train. You know, I don't know how to explain it. No, this one's just a pain. Okay, NS Modeler 24. I is he one of those guys that's actually an engineer for NS? I know there's a couple, but that's a good recommendation. Like I said, I recommended channels tonight. Throw up a channel recommendation. NS through the Milwaukee Road. Anthony Dodge. Go see his channel. You'll learn lots of German words. Seaboard Central. Yeah, maybe. There's not many that put out operations videos. Oh, he works for the NS. Okay. Um, what baffles me is I have one video that shows operations on my upper yard going to one mine, and that video has almost 60,000 views. And yet I've got similar videos and no one sees it. So I'm like wondering, what are the taglines? What are they seeing? Is it going to someone's feed when they type in operations? When you type in this? Finish up some projects. Ken, it's good to hear from you. Um, Let me know about going up to Milt's. If you want to go for lunch, which I do, then we can carpool. So his layout is amazing. Yeah, algorithms are. Yeah, I've been trying to learn podcast. What do they call them? SEOs, search engine something, and how to mention them and how to get them in there. And because I just, like I said, about growing our community. I think if you're a model realtor on YouTube and you click on and see a live feed, wouldn't you just join in to, see what's going on? You know, but yeah, I don't know what YouTube pushes. I know they suggest things. If you watch one train thing, they suggest the next or the next webcam rail fanning or something like that. I've I've learned that to be careful what I watch because then I got to watch 50 of the same thing. I'm like, no, I just wanted to learn how to hook up my camera. You let that one settle. But now that I know I can use my phone, I'll set that up on my gimbal. Make sure it's charged up and take you guys on a tour. Yeah, that's true. I have seen up at the top, there's like a live, and it takes you to all the live shows that you supposedly like. You know, kind of odd. But I guess that's Google's way of driving you towards their ads. And I think the advertising too is pushed on you. Because I always wonder if I'm seeing the same ads all the time that you guys are. Because when I was looking for camera gear, all I got was ads for BHP, or B&H. And And now all I see is tires plus. So maybe they know my car is a wreck. Uh, Addicted to live streams. They are. I like it. I like it. I call this our clubhouse, and that's kind of why I went on tonight because I wanted to, everybody else does their part. I'll pop on when I can. Now I know I can set up my workbench. I was just always wanted to do more than just the talking head. If I could, StreamYard, I can bring on guests, but I didn't ask anybody. I didn't know if anyone would come on, but yeah, I enjoy it. I sometimes I've gone back and watched people's live shows just to read your comments, just because the chat usually has nothing to do with what's going on in the screen, and it's too much fun. We have some very creative friends with some really good sense of humor, at least that I enjoy sense of humor. And you like to commute. What does that mean? I don't know. I'll have to Google that up. It is just fun to hang out, and especially for those of us that are isolated during this time and hunkering down. And that this is my clubhouse. This is you know watching Anthony Dodge and all his cameras and beautiful trains going around. You know, listening to Ray laugh. It's just is is a really good antidepressant. You know, just just the side jokes in the comments, and even looking at some people in the comments are having a chat with themselves. Have you ever noticed that? They'll just put things in there, and I'm like, who is this person talking to? So I enjoy that. Let's see if you guys can see this. Have you guys ever seen these oil brushers? Big ammo. And screw them, and it comes like a little makeup dispenser, and it's oil paint. And you put like a stripe on, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and then go at it with some thinner, and you basically wipe away most of it. And it's kind of a product I've been testing out. I kind of like it. Yeah, Ray's Lab. I I don't care if I ever see his layout. That that guy's so much fun. I just like hanging around him. I thought, what kind of crazy show is this? And about 20 minutes in, I'm laughing. It's just how many jokes can you do? And yeah, yeah, it is fun to hang out and see what everyone's doing and the progress or lack of progress. Oh, so Anthony, so you said you use these at work? I thought you were a teacher, professor, college professor at Harvard or something. Stanford. I don't think I even know what state you live in, Anthony. I should. Niecy's in Florida. Heath is in New York. Jason's in Arkansas. Roy is in California, and the other Roy's all over the United States. Ohio. Oh, Nisi wins. Ohio. Not the Ohio State. Okay. My best friend is from Cleveland. Grew up in Cleveland. Got his college, I think his doctorate at Bowling Green and stuff, and then now moved to the Twin Cities. And John's in Minnesota. Where are you at, John? In the city, you don't have to say, but north, south, east, west. Yeah, I don't know if there's much difference between Ohio and Indiana and Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota. Kind of. Excuse me. All little. Oh, white bear. Oh, the eldest graduated from Bowling Green. All right. I guess that's pretty. Yeah, Bowling Green's pretty good. Put out put out some smart people. John's up in White Bear. Well, you're up by a lot of layouts up there. Ed Petrie's, Michael Jordan's. There's all kinds. The opposite corner of the cities from me, around the world. Wait a minute here. What would Popeye say about that? I think the funniest cartoon I saw recently with Popeye and Olive Oil was they were in bed, up against the headboard. He's all got a crabby look on his face, and Olive Oil turns to him and says, "Why don't you try rubbing some spinach on it?" That's just wrong. Olive Oil. Of course, we have to be this old to know who Olive Oil is. I should ask my grandkids that. I should give them the cartoon quiz. Who's this? Who's Bluto? And it's funny because I always calling him Brutus. I didn't know it was Bluto. We know Wimpy. My father-in-law had a gambling friend they called Wimpy. Should be all right. My nickname used to be Pugsley. So, oh, here's Dan. Model railroading journey. I think that's what it is. It's more of a enjoy the journey, not the trip. Okay, so I'm not going crazy that he was Brutus. Okay, then became Bluto. Dan, we hope it works better too. Then you can tell us about your journey for another 8 minutes. 10 o'clock Central. Pop Popeye paper dolls. I don't even know if I know what a paper doll is. Nancy and Sluggo. Yes, was not a fan. It's kind of like the Cats and Jammer kids. Just didn't. I wasn't even like a Marvel or DC guy. Maybe Marvel. I like Spider Man because he was a superhero with issues. He still had to have a job and pay for things. He just didn't billionaire on a spaceship. I think my favorite cartoonists were always in Mad magazine. So yeah, a nickname. Yeah, I never had nicknames. The ones I get are because people can't pronounce my last name. So yeah, I'm still looking for this one Mad magazine thing I saw. Do you remember in the back of like comic books and magazines where they had like a little pony and it was the American Art Institute and they said draw Pokey and then you'd send it in and they'd tell you if you're an artist or not and then you could enroll in their college for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Well, the funniest thing I saw was they gave that to the artist at Mad Magazine to draw. So it was, of course, the guy drawing Spy versus Spy and pointy horses. And Alfred E. Newman guy, the horse is missing teeth and stuff. You didn't get a nickname till high school. Should we ask, Missy? Yeah. Yeah, the turtle, the pirate, and the pony. But I'd pay big money to find that Mad magazine that had that drawing in there. All these crazy guys drawing that pony. That was good. Okay, you hate decaling because I'm so shaken. Ooh. Well, then you hire it out. What our friends are for. Say, decal this for me, and I'll do something for you. Wife calls me, damn it, Dad. Ah, I don't think that's a nickname. You might think it's a nickname, but it's not. Vaguely remember that, man. The other great thing on Mad I'm dying to find is they had this stories where they took a Leave It to Beaver episode, but written by famous authors. you know, if you can imagine, leave it episode of Leave It to Beaver written by Isaac Asimov, Kurt Vonnegut, you know, uh, all the writers of that time. You think that's where Nisi came? So is that your nickname then? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to figure out what your real name. CSX. CSX should be easy to decal. There's yellow and blue. I see lots of CSX engines at work. And Nisi says, "Yep, that's how you earned your nickname." Alrighty. 3 more minutes. My boxcar will let it settle overnight. And I can do the ends and get the dull coating going. Ship it off. What's the Pioneer Valley Railroad? Is that a freelance? Or as Rapido calls it, a railroad of lies? Well, Anthony, it is summer. And I believe in the Midwest, when summer is 2 weeks long, we you have an excuse not to work on your train. I can't imagine what it's like to clean the wheels and the track on your layout. That's a lot of track. No, I lettered all this myself. That was tonight's episode. Was this side? I already had that side done. So this was tonight's disaster. Do the ends, and dull coat, weather. Hopefully another week. The dull coat I use, you have to let dry 5 days to really set. Yeah, cleaning it with. I use that CRC 26. I don't use the mineral spirits. I mean, I'm not getting into track cleaning. That's a 2 hour fight right there. Okay, Pioneer Valley, small Massachusetts. Okay, so it's actually a real prototype. Okay, and cool. 3 engines. Yeah, that's a short line. That'd be easy to model then. It's a cool name, Pioneer Valley. So I got to come up with a car for Nisi. You have to tell me what type you like. Want a gondola or a box car? You got a scrapyard on your layout. That'd be good. Gondola. Yeah. Nisi wants a box car. All right. Yeah, that is 40 footers will be good. Some Katie's on there and metal wheels. No, we'll go for that. All right. I'm going to sign off. Hour 20 here, 10 o'clock. I better go get some sleep before the real railroad calls me again. They're not leaving us alone. You're excited. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'll uh, I'll make a video of it. I wanted to make a video of this, so I might edit this down. I was gonna do this on a time lapse, but so and because I want to, I'm making a video of this when I send it off to somebody. Different schemes. Anthony, thanks for stopping. Ken, we'll talk about going up to Milts. Bring your camera. Ken Zesk and I are going up to my friend Milt Span's layout, which is basically a 40 by 30 double deck Masabi steam era layout. Fabulous. I've got some videos of it. John, thank you. Tom, thank you. Nisi, thank you. We missed the Freak and Eric stopped by too. Had a good crowd. Thank you for participating. And we'll do some ops, Nisi. If anybody wants to see some ops, I know I will show you because that's my favorite thing. My favorite thing. But I just trying to find a way to make ops convey the video. So sounds good. All right, everyone. I wish you a good night, good health. Stay healthy out there, and I'll see you next time. Appreciate all of you. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Nisi.